I think is essential that we commemorate, that we celebrate the achievements of women, including women of color and lesbian women. I published a book on Dominican politics in the 21st century, continuity and change. And the latest one, Dominican American politics, immigrants, activists, and politicians. Through my academic work, I have been always interested in recognizing the contribution of women, and particularly women of color, and women in Latin America, the Caribbean, and the Dominican Republic, through their access to politics as representative in Congress and as representative in governments. I think the achievement of these women has been exceptional, as they have been improving the socioeconomic conditions of the people living in these territories. So I'm very happy to commemorate this Women's Month, this Women's History Month, and I encourage the students to read more about the great contribution that women have done throughout the history of humanity. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Prithi Kanakamedala. I'm a full professor of history here at BCC, and this is my 13th year teaching at the college, where I primarily teach History 20, which is US history, History 37, African American history, and History 51, which is the history of New York City. March is Women's History Month. So this month, and actually every month, my work, which includes my research, writing, and teaching, honors the lives of New Yorkers past, ordinary people who did extraordinary things, but especially of Black women and femmes who called this place home. They shaped their streets, neighborhoods, and city to radically reimagine a better world and better futures for us all. Names like Susan Smith McKinney Stewart, Sarah Smith Tompkins Garnett, and Bora Belpre should be household names, and these are the lives and figures who we celebrate in my classroom. Thank you to my colleagues in the Association of Latino Faculty and Staff here at BCC for inviting me to talk a little bit about the kind of history that I do and what motivates me to do this history and teach right here at BCC.
In honor of Women's HerStory Month, the Association of Latino Faculty and Staff are highlighting BCC's women. Dr. Laura Barberán Reinares is a professor of English and literature at Bronx Community College. Throughout her time at BCC, she has remained committed to social justice scholarship. Her research seeks to intervene in the conversation on representations of racialized gender-based violence and human trafficking from an ethics and aesthetics point of view. As a professor, Dr. Barberán Reinares has made it her mission to empower students and help them find their voice and their vision.
Hello, my name is Yinet Martínez. I'm a college finance specialist at Bronx Community College. I've been working here for over 17 years. I started as a student, and since then I built my career in the business office with a 6-month break that I went to work for the comptroller's office downtown. And then I came back to BCC. As I tell you this, I'm reminded of the wonderful journey that has brought me to this moment. From humble beginnings as a student until now, a proud college finance specialist, I have learned with determination, resilience, and hard work that anything is possible. As Latina women in higher education, I know we face many unique challenges, but I also know that we possess the strength and the spirit that is unmatched. We are the daughters of immigrants, people who work tirelessly for their families and that never give up. As last year I celebrated my graduation and master's in accounting, I am reminded that education is the key to success. It is the key to breaking down barriers and achieving greatness. But it's not about our own achievements, it's about the impact we make on those around us. As a college staff, I've had the privilege of working with faculty, students, and staff to do their job and obtain their goals. I am reminded that It's not just about ourselves, it's about lifting our entire community. So sisters, let us continue to rise. Let us continue to push beyond the boundaries that have been set for us. Let us continue to support one another, to uplift one another, to celebrate one another's success. We are the future of higher education. We are the role models of growing girls. We are the leaders and innovators and the change makers. Let us continue to mark one achievement at a time. Latina woman, sigue adelante. Let's keep moving forward. You will get to it.
My name is Katherine Parsons, and I work at Bronx Community College Library. I've been at Bronx Community College since 1988. I started off as a college assistant, and I worked my way up to a CUNY office assistant, an adjunct librarian, and then a full-time librarian. In my current position at Bronx Community College, I am now the electronic resources librarian, and I also manage the library webpage. I would say the best thing about being at Bronx Community College all of these years is the students. This is why I'm here. And I enjoy helping students locate information, show them how to do things. And that's what makes me happy. That's what makes me come to work every day. I used to teach library instruction classes. I did a lot of one-on-one with students, which I enjoy, because although I might not seem that way, I'm a very I don't like crowds, which is funny of being a librarian, right? But I love that one-on-one interaction, and I like the feel of and the joy of helping someone find and locate information and learning how to use that information. I would say me being at BCC, it also helped me grow. Because when I first got here, I was very shy, and being around the students again, that's what made me change my mind. When I got my bachelor's, it was actually in accounting, because I thought I wanted to be in a closed shell, not being around people, and all of that changed. And what I would like to say for Women's History Month is being a woman, being the first person in my family to go to college and get a degree, working on my master's and having children in between that time, it was a hard thing to do, but I did it. And that's just to say that we can do it. As women, we don't know our strength until we get in a situation. So I encourage you to don't give up, stay focused. If you need help, ask, because there are people there to help you and to guide you. And keep faith, believe in yourself, and stay strong. And if you have that goal, you can do it.
Dr. Grisel Y. Acosta, of BCC's English Department, teaches writing in various forms, specializing in creative writing but also sharing works of Latino literature and literary criticism with her students. Dr. Acosta is also the chair of the Committee on Diversity and Inclusion at BCC, a committee that she wrote the proposal for before it was finalized. She started out as a journalist in Chicago, and this, in addition to her creative and scholarly works, influences the intellectual hybridity that she focuses on in her classes and throughout her own work. Previously published work includes the Andres Montoya Poetry Prize finalist, Things to Pack on the Way to Everywhere, Get Fresh, 2021, and the anthology she edited, Latina Outsiders Remaking Latina Identity, Routledge, 2019, which landed on many best of book lists, including one by NBC Latino. Current successes include presenting her oral history project on the Latino population of Chicago's Logan Square neighborhood at the Center for Latin American and Latinx Literature, receiving a 2025 New Jersey State Council on the Arts Mid-Atlantic Arts Fellowship Award, being appointed to the CUNY Graduate Center's Black, Race, and Ethnic Studies PhD program faculty, and signing with Flower Song Press, which will publish her latest book, titled Wild, in January of 2027. She is extremely grateful to everyone at BCC who has supported her projects throughout the years. Yarisa Colón Torres is a Puerto Rican poet, educator, and handmade book creator. She earned a bachelor's degree in Black and Puerto Rican Studies and Psychology from Hunter College, CUNY, and a master's degree in Puerto Rican and Caribbean Literature from the Center for Advanced Studies on Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. She has also organized handmade book workshops and collaborated with visual artists, performers, musicians, and artisans in various projects involving the written word. Her most recent handmade poetry books are Enredadera y Calmillo, 2019, and Viento Abajo, 2022. Viento Abajo is a collaboration with Sofia Del Mar Collins, Yolanda Velasquez, and Miguel Ángel Rivera Reyes. Yarisa serves as an adjunct lecturer and tutor at the Department of World Languages and Cultures at Bronx Community College.
I am a Puerto Rican woman, proud of my roots, and the author of 3 books, Educational Leadership and Emotional Intelligence in the Face of Social Crisis, Edu Líder Emocional, and Leadership with Vision and Heart. These books are aimed to provide tools on leadership and emotional intelligence to leaders in education, organizations, parents, and all those responsible for guiding young people. I also have a scholarship, the Leadership and Emotional Intelligence, which seeks to recognize a student who demonstrates emotional intelligence and the willingness to serve, influence, and motivate others to lead by example. To ensure the success of my students, my classes are constructivist, hands-on, and proactive, teaching them to anticipate how we can impact society through change, transforming them with emotional intelligence and human leadership. My courses are immersive, embedded, focused on critical thinking, and emphasize applying theory to practice. To all women, let's celebrate our month. Together, we are stronger.
My name is Luz Delgado, and throughout my years of experience working in the IT service desk at Bronx Community College, I have had the privilege of contributing to student development in meaningful ways. I have consistently provided dedicated, accessible service aimed at resolving technological issues. In my role, I have not only assisted students with technical problems but also taken the time to guide them through their educational journey, helping them navigate the various tech tools and platforms such as Blackboard, CUNY First, and others that are essential for a successful journey at CUNY. My customer service goes beyond simply fixing problems. It is embedded in a genuine desire to support students as they start their academic careers. I understand the challenges they face when dealing with technology, and I make it a priority to ensure they feel confident and ready to overcome any obstacles. By promoting a supportive and welcoming environment, I have been able to build strong relationships with students, making sure they thrive in their studies.
Greetings. My name is Tiffany Dubon-Yard, and I am the Associate Director for the Office of Student Life at Bronx Community College. I am also the advisor for the Student Government Association, Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society, and this year I serve as the Vice Chair for the Association of Latino Faculty and Staff. I also wear other hats, such as being on the advisory board for Women Up, being a founder and co-chair of the Social Justice Network, being a part of the Justice at BCC committee. I serve as a co-chair for the Group 2 on Ethics Committee for Middle States. I also serve as the advisor for the IOC, and I assist students that apply for the Dream.US scholarship as well as the DREAM Act. In all of those roles, I impact different student groups around campus. I originally started at Bronx Community College as an academic advisor for the STEM field, specifically with engineering, physics, automotive technology. And then I also advise for other academic departments like the Spanish language department and the English department. I moved on to the Office of Student Life around 2016, 2017 as a student life specialist for civic engagement. And recently in 2023 was when I was promoted to associate director. Students, especially Bronx Community College students, they are really the driving force for my passion in my career in higher education. They are the reason why I get up in the morning and I come to BCC. If it wasn't for our students, I don't know what other career field I would have gone into. But I know that as an undergraduate student, attending a predominantly white institution, I really relied on the faculty and staff that I can identify with, that I can relate to. And I knew that since then, if I was going to enter higher education as my career field, I wanted to be that person that another student can also relate to, that another student can say, this person helped me, mentored me, got me through the finish line, right? And so that's what I've been doing at Bronx Community College since December of 2014. And that's what I continue and hopefully will continue to do at Bronx Community College or with the remainder of my career in higher education. I hope that students can find the courage, resiliency, and motivation to want to continue past their associate's degree, past their bachelor's. My goal is for them to get the best and most experience they can out of college. I always tell students, college isn't just about your classes. You gain so much more with the extracurricular activities that you get involved in. And that's what we're doing here in the Office of Student Life at BCC. It's making sure that we are developing well-rounded, holistic student leaders that can then become well-rounded, holistic leaders of our civilization, of their communities, of the world, right? So I am a strong believer of the saying, it takes a village. That's been my saying this entire time since I've joined Bronx Community College, and I hope that others join me in wanting to make our village strong.